Hey guys, what's up? My name's Eric and I'm the Techy Agent, and today we're going to talk about not one, not two, but 5 new watches that Garmin has just announced. Now I've got my cheat sheet here on my phone. These watches are a little bit expensive. They retail for what the fuck? Garmin has 5 new watches as part of what they're calling their MARQ Collection.
Captain, Aviator, Athlete, Driver, Expedition.
These are 5 very high-end and expensive watches. The first one is the driver watch geared towards race car and track drivers, retailing at $2,500. The next is the athlete watch, ringing in at $1,500. Then we have the Aviator watch, ringing in at $1,950. Then we have the Captain watch, ringing in at $1,850. And the Expedition watch, ringing in at $1,750. Now, on a quick glance, each of these watches appears to be basically the same shell with just different features, but they do have some unique design qualities as well. Each watch comes with their own unique watch strap that's geared towards that specific activity. Additionally, each of these watches comes with their own unique bezel, etched bezel, that's going to be different and unique and specific to whatever kind of activity they're appealing to. All of the watches come with smart notifications where you can receive emails, text, and app alerts right on your screen. This will also have music playback and storage. You will have access to the new app that's included in the Connect IQ store, which is the Spotify access. You'll also have Garmin Pay on each of these watches, as well as a stress score, which is Garmin's proprietary version of heart rate variability. All of these watches are also going to feature specs that would be similar to the Garmin Fenix 5 series in terms of sensors. So you're going to get a barometric altimeter on all of them, a 3-axis electronic compass. You're going to have a long battery life, up to 12 days of battery life for all of these watches in smartwatch mode, 28 hours worth of battery life in a GPS mode, and 48 hours worth of battery life in the Ultra Track extended GPS mode. You're also going to get access to all of the sports profiles that you would get from the Garmin Fenix series. So you're going to have access to golf courses and golf maps. You're going to have ski maps. You'll have access to all of the sports profiles. So again, you're going to be able to track gym-based activity. You're going to be able to track GPS and steady-state cardio-based activity. So these watches do offer a lot, make no mistake, but they're also charging a lot as well. Each watch in the MARQ collection will have custom and specific backgrounds and watch faces that are unique to that watch. Now, based on the pictures comparing the Garmin Fenix 5X on the left compared to the MARQ collection, which you see on the right, you would think that they had updated the optical heart rate sensor because it appears that they are indeed different. However, Garmin is saying here that the optical heart rate sensor on the MARQ collection is still the Garmin Elevate sensor. They've only really just changed the green lights that shine into your skin. So I was kind of surprised and disappointed at the same time to see that they're doing that, because the Garmin Elevate sensor now is over 4 years old, and I really think that they need to update it to compete against the more advanced sensors that we're seeing from Fitbit and from Polar and from, Apple Watch and all of the other competition at this point. So what in the world is Garmin doing releasing watches that are this expensive? Well, they're trying to offer something to those that want really expensive timepieces. There are a group of people out there, God bless them, who can afford watches that are $1,500, $2,000, $2,500. There are people out there that are willing to spend thousands of dollars for really expensive timepieces. And Garmin is making a bet that those people are also willing to spend money on a watch that they maybe would want to wear out in a more adventurous context. So maybe there's someone who likes to go camping. They like to spend money on Rolex watches. and they also don't want to take a Rolex while they're camping. They would rather take another really expensive timepiece, so Garmin is offering up their Expedition watch. Now, apparently Garmin doesn't think that their Fenix line of watches is expensive enough. I mean, those are approaching $1,000, especially if you start outfitting them with leather straps or titanium straps. Garmin apparently doesn't feel that that's expensive enough. They want to offer something that's even a higher build quality, something that's even more expensive than that. And so that's what they're doing here with this watch. Now, make no mistake, Garmin is not trying to appeal to the masses with these watches. These are an elite level of watches. They don't expect to sell a lot of these. They're trying to rope in a whole nother genre, a whole nother group, a whole nother segment of the population that prefers to buy really expensive timepieces, and they're hoping to bring them in to the Garmin platform and introduce them to their lineup. Now, do I think this is a wise decision on Garmin's part? No, I don't. It'll be really interesting to me to see if this is a one and done kind of experiment by Garmin, or if they're going to continue to kind of roll out every couple of years a new series of these 5 watches. It also doesn't make a lot of sense to me because Garmin just released, like within this last year, an Aviator watch. So now here they are, less than a year later, kind of cannibalizing the sales of that previous watch with another Aviator watch. So that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me unless the previous watch didn't sell well or isn't selling well, and they've decided that maybe if they launch this new product lineup that they'll sell more of these new watches, including the new Aviator watch. I think it's an experiment that's not going to go well for them, but we will see. I could be totally wrong. Now, what do I think about these watches? I mean, I think they're cool. The build quality on these look absolutely amazing. I mean, they should be at this price point. The prices that they're putting out rival that or exceed that of a decent MacBook Pro 15-inch 2018 model. So when you've got a timepiece that is more expensive than the latest and greatest Apple laptop, that's really getting up there in terms of price. You better have something to offer those individuals that are purchasing this product. Now, maybe some of you are asking, am I personally going to review these watches? And the answer is no. Number one, I don't have any sort of affiliation with Garmin. Any of the affiliates that I have are not going to provide these watches to me for review purposes. They're too expensive for that. And so I'm not going to get access to these watches unless I was to buy them myself. And quite honestly, I'm not willing to go drop like $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 to review these 5 watches. The return on my money just isn't there, unfortunately. Additionally, if I was to review these watches, I don't have the means to be able to jump into a race car or jump on a sailboat or fly an airplane and really test out the features that they're advertising. I would only be able to test out the features that are already known, like on the Garmin Fenix series watches or the Garmin Vivoactive series watches. So it would be kind of pointless for me to try to test these out because I wouldn't have access to the features that these offer. Now, one of the things that's kind of frustrating to me is that Garmin has chosen to release 5 different watches instead of one watch that kind of has all of these features built in. Make no mistake, Garmin could have released a watch, call it like the Garmin Ultimate or something like that, that included all of these features in one watch, but Garmin chose not to do that. They chose to break out these features and then market it as 5 different products. So, that could be seen as a marketing thing. Maybe they think it'll sell better that way. Or it could be seen as kind of a greedy money grab, because here's the problem, right? If you're into hiking and you really kind of have your eye on that Expedition watch, but you're also really into sailing or really into flying or driving a car or whatever, maybe you're into more than one of these activities, you have to go out and buy 2 different watches if you want the features that all of these watches have to offer. You can't just go out and buy one and have access to all of these features. So that is super frustrating to me. For $2,000, I would want all of these features on my watch, not just something that's geared specifically towards one particular activity. But I'm really curious to get your feedback, so let me know in the comments below what you guys think about these watches. Is this a mistake by Garmin to release these 5 watches at this price point? Does it look really bad for them to do that? Does it look really good? Does it make Garmin appear to be a really premium brand? Are these watches worth the money? And is there anybody out there that is willing to spend the money to buy one of these watches? Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. I'm really curious. Hey guys, thanks for watching. My name is Eric and I'm the Techy Agent. We'll catch you guys next time.